The first ever NFL game in Berlin takes place on Sunday on Virgin Media 2. The Indianapolis Colts taking on the Atlanta Falcons. We've got defensive end Adetomiwa Adebawore joining us. Man, thanks so much for coming on. How are you guys feeling just ahead of flying over to Germany?
Yeah, we're feeling good. We're excited for the opportunity, and I know a lot of guys are excited just to play in a different spot. So it'll be fun.
For you, and I'm sure you're very aware of the way I'm going here, it's another international game for you. You're not like a lot of people. You went to Northwestern and you had the chance to play in Dublin. It seems like last year now, man, but it's a few years back. I was looking at some videos earlier on and seeing you running around the field at the end. As a fan, first and foremost, that was a great day. But what was it like for you playing at the Aviva in what was a real big matchup at the time against Nebraska?
Yeah, it was fun. I thought the stadium, the environment was nice. It was very different. Thought it was very loud. Probably the loudest one of the louder games I played in. So it was just kind of fun being in that atmosphere, and yeah, it was a good win for us.
Would you like to see the Colts play in Dublin to give yourself that opportunity again? Are you very open to playing internationally?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's always a good opportunity to go overseas. Like I've only been out the country, with these games. So I think it's been a good opportunity for me to kind of experience a different culture too. So
Awesome. I had the great opportunity, man, to go to the Friday Night Lights practice during training camp in August. And in early August, it was a great night. And you could really sense the fan expectation and just how bought in the players were ahead of the season. If we fast forward 9 or 10 weeks, you guys are sitting 7-2. What's it like actually inside that building right now? Like, because for anybody who's a football fan, it's exciting to see a team like this coming to Berlin. You guys must be really excited.
yeah, definitely. I think we all understand, where we're at right now as a team, but I think we all have, much bigger goals, and I think everyone's, still working hard to achieve those goals, and I don't think anyone's necessarily comfortable right now. So we're all still working. We're happy with where we're at, but we know there's a lot of work to do.
The one question I have to ask earlier on in the week, the internet disabled itself for a few moments whenever we seen the news about Sauce Gardner going to the Colts. Full participant in training on Wednesday, probably expected to play on Sunday, TBC obviously. How good is it to have that guy in the building, and have you had a chance to meet him yet?
Yeah, I met him at the team meeting. Yeah, I mean, having a player like that definitely makes your defense and your team a lot better. He's obviously a former, all pro type of player, and he's going to bring a lot to our defense.
It's the other side of the ball. I want to quickly talk about two players, but on the offense, we see Daniel Jones come in, man, and he's had a fantastic season so far. What's he actually like when you guys are all sort of sitting down together, and how have you found him as a leader so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, you could just see the work he puts in. The time he puts in, the notes he takes, just the preparation. During the week, I think guys can see it. It's not something that he's doing for show. It's something that he really commits to. Even last game, one of our meetings, I saw he had a big notebook just for the game. He's taking notes, he's preparing, and he's obviously doing really good on the field.
It would be a miss of me for all the Irish Colts fans because there's a lot of them heading over to Germany, not to at least mention Jonathan Taylor. When you can see what he can do, he is that X factor for this team and a guy that's going to make some big plays on Sunday, not just the defense, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, JT, he's been incredible this year. He's playing hard. The O line's playing well. The whole entire offense is, I think, firing on all cylinders, and they're continuing to work in practice and get better every day.
I've asked a few guys this in terms of like the London games, especially defensive players going up against the team they're facing. I have really enjoyed watching this Falcons team, led by a young quarterback in Michael Penix. What do you expect from him this weekend? Because I can really see a situation where both teams go out quick, fast, and really try and get points on the board. And for you guys, it's going to be a big challenge.
Yeah, definitely. Penix is very talented. I mean, they have a very talented back. Good O line, good receivers. So we got to come in, ready to go, prepared, and ready to execute because they're a good football team.
We mentioned Dublin earlier on. You had the chance to play because I was there and I remember the atmosphere. You played in that game against the Patriots as well. It seems like I'm whispering it now, but it seems like for the Colts, Germany is their country. What was that game like in Frankfurt? And I remember the atmosphere, like country roads, people singing. It must be very different to being in the shoe or being in different places in the states.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. People have all types of jerseys. People come from everywhere, and everyone I feel like is just excited to be at the game. So it's kind of a different environment. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I can't wait to see how Berlin matches up to it because I really enjoyed Frankfurt. Lou Anarumo, Coach Anarumo for you, first season as a DC there. You guys are playing really, really well. What's he like though? Day to day when people take the eyes off after a game on a Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. I think with Lou, he's a coach that's going to hold you accountable. He's going to look at everything and evaluate everything, and everyone. So it doesn't matter who you are, top to bottom. I mean, you're going to get evaluated, and he's gonna critique, and we're going to get better as a defense because of it.
I'm not sure how much Bernard Ryman is being treated this week in training, but is he like a kid at Christmas this week? Is everybody treating him an extra special this week? Or
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Similar to how it was back in Frankfurt. So yeah, I know he's happy to go back.
I look, we are very, very grateful to have you here. I've got two or three questions, just quick ones left. Watched the game against the Steelers last weekend. It was on national television here in Ireland. Not the result you guys wanted, but a scoreline which was quite close. What do you take away from that game in terms of trying to improve going into this week?
Yeah, I think it just shows, we have to continue to work. And I think anyone and everyone got to be respected in this league. Everyone's good enough to win. So I think no matter who you're playing, we just got to come out and execute. So
I've asked five players this in the last 6 weeks. Who was your idol growing up in the NFL when you looked at somebody and thought, I love this guy?
yeah, I think growing up, my favorite player was Aaron Donald.
I would love to see him still playing the league. I feel like he could walk on now and play. He was that good. Awesome. Man, just finally, I think for a lot of people over here, their eyes have, in a very positive way, have been opened with this organization in terms of what it's doing through 10 weeks. And hopefully that continues. And we wish you the very, very best of luck. The team has been through a lot of changes off season. Obviously, the very sad passing of Mr. Ursay. His daughters, his family are doing him very, very proud. It seems like for fans, for players, it genuinely is a very exciting time to be with this organization.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're all trying to win for Jim. And I think we're all, that's just that extra motivation. Obviously we want to win, but we want to do it for him and and his family. And I think Carly and her sisters are doing a great job with us and just handling everything. And we got to continue to keep winning.
Well, safe travels over to Germany. A reminder for people: the game is on Virgin Media 2 Sunday 2:30. Don't miss it. This Colts team are very, very special this year. Thanks so much for joining us, man. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.